Ladies and gentlemen, listen closely. Most people lose before they even start, not because their dream is weak, but because their mouth is too strong. Every time you talk about your plans, you leak energy. You give away the fire that should be burning inside of you. Talking feels like progress, but it's not progress. Talking feeds your ego. Silence feeds your results. Your vision is like a seed. Plant it, cover it, protect it. If you dig it up too early, it dies. The moment you announce your plans, the critics, the doubters, the jealous ones begin their work. Their words are poison. Their doubts infect your confidence. That's why so many people stop before they ever see results. You must understand, not everyone wants to see you win. Some clap in public and curse you in private. Protect your dream from their eyes, their ears, their energy. Discipline is not only about what you do, it's also about what you refuse to say. Your silence is your shield. Your results will be your roar. Don't tell the world what you're about to do. Show the world what you've already done. Let them see the outcome, not the blueprint. Let your success create the noise. Remember this truth: silence builds mystery, mystery builds respect, and respect builds power. Speak less, do more, keep your plans to yourself, and when it's time, let the results speak so loudly that no words are needed. Not everyone wants to see you win. Let that sink deep into your mind. Some people clap for you with their hands, but curse you with their hearts. They smile when you speak, but they secretly hope you stumble. The world is not full of cheerleaders. It is full of watchers, skeptics, and sometimes enemies who would rather see you stay small. And the greatest mistake you can make is handing those people the very blueprint to your dream. When you speak too soon about your plans, you open the door for doubt to walk in. You might think you're sharing excitement, but what you're really doing is leaking energy. Every woe you release takes power away from your actions. You start to feel satisfied as if talking is doing. But remember this truth: talking feeds the ego, silence feeds results. Your dream is like a seed. You cannot throw it on the sidewalk and expect it to grow. You must bury it in silence, cover it with discipline, and water it with relentless action. A seed exposed to the wrong hands will be crushed before it ever breaks the soil. In the same way, your plan must be hidden until it has roots strong enough to withstand the storm of doubt, jealousy, and criticism. When you reveal too early, people will challenge you, question you, and laugh at you. Their words, even if you try to ignore, deserves to hear you. Protecting your vision is not secrecy, it is wisdom. A king does not reveal his entire strategy before the battle. A builder does not expose half-built walls to the storm. And you must not expose your unfinished plans to the world. Discipline is not only about rising early, working hard, or pushing through obstacles. Discipline is also about what you do not say. Self-control is measured not only by what you can do, but by what you can withhold. Silence is not weakness. Silence is protection. Your silence is your shield, and your results will be your roar. The most powerful people in history did not speak of their intentions. They acted. Their silence created mystery, and mystery creates respect. When people cannot predict you, they cannot limit you. When people cannot see your next move, they cannot block it. And when people cannot hear your plan, they cannot kill it. So speak less. Move in silence. Execute relentlessly. Let your results be the announcement. Let your victories be the speech. Let your success make the noise. Because the world does not believe words, the world believes proof. Think about it. How many times have you seen someone talk endlessly about what they were going to do, yet nothing ever happened? Their voice was loud, but their actions were silent. The truth is reversed for the successful. Their mouths stay silent, but their results are deafening. If you want to stand out, learn this rare skill. Stay quiet until it is done. Do not let your emotions trick you into bragging. Do not let your ego push you into revealing. Do not let your excitement blind you into speaking too soon. Control yourself. Keep the fire inside. Build the walls around your dream so strong that no outsider can touch it. One day the world will notice. One day the silence will break. Irons to yourself, and you gave your energy to execution. Not everyone wants to see you win. Some want you to stay at their level. Some want you to shrink so they feel tall. Some want you to quit so they feel justified in quitting too. Do not give them the satisfaction of knowing your plans. Let them be surprised. Let them be shocked. Let them be speechless when you arrive at the finish line they never thought you could reach. Remember this, your plan is sacred. Protect it, guard it. Keep it hidden until the world can no longer deny it. Silence builds mystery. Mystery builds power, and power builds legacy. Speak less, do more. Stay focused. And when you finally reveal, let your results be so loud that the whole world has no choice but to listen. Your energy weakens when you reveal too much. Every time you open your mouth to share a plan, a goal, or a dream, you are pouring out the very fuel that should be burning inside you. It feels good to talk, it feels powerful to announce, but temporary pleasure is the thief of your long-term results. Words create the illusion of progress. They trick your mind into believing you've already moved forward, when in reality you've only released the pressure that should have driven you into action. Your dream is power. Power must be contained. Revealing too much is not only that others may discourage you, it is also that you begin to feel satisfied just from the act of speaking. Talking activates the same emotions that accomplishing does. You say what you're going to do, and your brain rewards you with a hit of pride as if you've already done it. That pride is poison. It makes you lazy. It convinces you that momentum has been built, when in fact momentum has been stolen. You must understand, the more you talk, the less you do. The more you reveal, the weaker you become. Great builders do not show the world a half-finished foundation. They build in silence until the structure rises high enough for all to see. Great warriors do not announce their next strike. They attack when it is too late for the enemy to react. Great achievers do not boast about what they plan. They prove it through what they deliver. Your plans are seeds. If you keep digging them up to show others, they will never take root. A seed must remain hidden in the soil, unseen, unspoken, until it has grown strong enough to break through on its own. Protect your plans the way the earth protects the seed. Quietly, firmly, patiently. Do not mistake silence for weakness. Silence is strategy. Silence is protection. Silence is the armor that guards your dream from the voices that would destroy it, because not everyone wants to see you win. Some will laugh at you. Some will doubt you. Some will pretend to support you while secretly hoping you fail. Why hand them the weapon to use against you? Why give them the map to attack your confidence? Keep them blind. Keep them guessing. Keep them shocked when your results arrive. There is power in mystery. When people cannot predict your next move, they cannot prepare to block it. When people do not know what you're building, they cannot sabotage it. And when people cannot see your vision, they cannot judge it. Your silence builds an invisible wall between you and their doubts. Inside that wall, you are free to work, free to fail, free to rise again without interference. The world does not reward talk. The world rewards proof. No one respects words. They respect results. And results are born in quiet hours, in hidden effort, in relentless work when nobody is watching. That is where your energy belongs, not in endless conversations, not in bragging, not in empty promises, in the grind, in the execution, in the fire of silence. Do not waste your fuel explaining yourself to those who don't matter. Do not waste your strength defending your dreams to those who never dreamed. Do not waste your vision broadcasting it to those who cannot even see their own. Your energy is too valuable. Keep it. Guard it. Direct it only toward action. Your energy weakens when you reveal too much, but it multiplies when you keep it to yourself. Imagine the power of walking into a room, not with words, but with results. Imagine the silence breaking, not by your voice, but by your achievements. Imagine the faces of those who doubted, shocked into silence themselves, because you spoke not with promises, but with proof. That is true strength. So hold your tongue. Guard your plans. Speak less, do more. Let the world wonder. Let the world question. Let the world underestimate you. And when the time comes, Let your results roar so loudly that no explanation is needed. Your silence is not emptiness, it is preparation. Your quiet is not weakness, it is power. Your restraint is not fear, it is focus. Protect your energy. Contain your fire. Save your words and let your work speak for you. Talking feeds the ego, silence feeds results. Too many people fall into the trap of believing that words are progress. They get high off their own declarations, shouting to the world what they are going to do, how they are going to do it, and when they will arrive. But the truth is, every time you speak too soon, you take the fire that should have been burning inside you and you throw it away. You satisfy your ego, but you starve your results. Talking is easy, talking costs nothing. Talking convinces you that you are moving forward, but it is an illusion. Words are air. They make noise but build nothing. The ego thrives on that noise. It wants recognition before the work is even done. It wants validation without effort. It wants applause without performance. But life does not reward the talker. Life rewards the doer. Silence, on the other hand, is power. Silence is discipline. Silence is the fuel of results. When you stop speaking and start working, you redirect your energy to where it matters most. Silence sharpens your focus. Silence strengthens your character. Silence builds an aura of mystery, and mystery builds respect. While others talk about what they are going to do, you are already building, creating, executing. And when your results appear, they roar louder than any speech ever could. Think about it. How many people do you know who talk big dreams but never move? They speak endlessly about goals, plans, visions, but months later, nothing has changed. Their lives look exactly the same. Why? Because they fed their ego instead of their results. They felt satisfied simply by announcing, and that satisfaction stole the hunger that should have driven them to finish. They became addicted to noise instead of addicted to action. You must decide which hunger you will feed, the hunger of your ego or the hunger of your results. If you choose the ego, you will always crave attention, recognition, and applause before you've earned it. You will leak your energy into conversations and validations that produce nothing. But if you choose results, you will stay silent, focused, relentless. You will pour your fire into action, and the world will eventually have no choice but to see you. Talking feeds ego, silence feeds results. A seed does not announce itself when buried underground. It grows in silence, away from the eyes of the world, until it bursts through the soil strong enough to survive. If that seed shouted every time it was watered, it would never grow. Your dream is the same. It needs silence. It needs protection. It needs discipline. And only when it has grown strong enough will it stand tall for all to see. Do not mistake silence for weakness. Silence is not hiding. Silence is preparing. Silence is stacking bricks while others are busy making noise. Silence is letting your hands speak louder than your mouth. Silence is letting your discipline speak louder than your promises. Silence is letting your results silence the doubters, critics, and jealous hearts who never wanted to see you win. The ego is impatient. It wants credit now. It wants applause now. It wants recognition before the work is even started. But results require patience. RGY. When you keep it to yourself, you build energy. The pressure builds inside you. The fire intensifies, the focus sharpens, and when you finally act, you act with unstoppable force. Talking disperses energy outward, silence concentrates energy inward. That concentration is what produces breakthroughs, transformations, and victories. So hold your tongue, hold your vision, hold your power. Let the talkers keep talking. Let them feed their egos with empty words. While they waste their time explaining, you will be executing. While they seek validation, you will be creating proof. While they boast about what's coming, you will stay silent and let your results arrive first. And when they do arrive, when the world finally sees what you have built, there will be no need for words. Results are undeniable. Results speak a universal language that even the loudest doubters cannot argue with. Results silence critics, silence jealousy, silence resistance. Results are the proof that cannot be debunked. TED. Talking feeds the ego, silence feeds results. Protect your vision, guard your energy, speak less, do more, build in silence, win in silence, and when it is time, let your success make the noise that no voice could ever match. Your dreams need protection, like seeds in soil. A farmer does not throw seeds into the open air and expect them to flourish. He buries them, covers them, and keeps them hidden until the roots are strong enough to break through. Your dreams are no different. They are fragile in the beginning, vulnerable to doubt, jealousy, criticism, and distraction. If you expose them too early, you risk killing them before they ever have a chance to grow. The mistake many people make is talking about their dreams before they have even begun to build them. They announce, they share, they brag, and in doing so, they give their vision away to those who are not worthy of holding it. A dream is not meant for every ear. A dream is meant for the one who carries it, the one who works for it, the one who protects it with discipline and silence. Imagine a seed planted in shallow soil, uncovered, visible to everyone. Birds swoop down and steal it. Feet trample it without care. The sun burns it before it can take root. This is what happens when you leave your dreams unprotected, exposed to the wrong people, the wrong energy, the wrong environments. Some people will laugh at you. Some will doubt you. Some will try to talk you out of it, and some out of envy will attempt to destroy it. Why give them that chance? Why hand them the seed before it has grown strong enough to withstand the storm? Your dreams need silence, patience, and work. They need the quiet hours when no one is watching. They need the discipline of sacrifice, the grind of consistency, the fire of focus. Just like a seed in the dark soil, your dream must grow roots underground. Roots of resilience, roots of confidence, roots of skill. Only then will it be ready to break the surface and face the light. The soil of your dream is your commitment. It is your willingness to do the work without applause, to fight through the days without recognition, to keep moving forward when no one sees you. That is the covering that protects your seed. Without it, the dream is exposed, and exposure invites destruction. With it, the dream is shielded until it is strong enough to show itself. Do not underestimate the danger of early exposure. When you share your dream too soon, you open the door for doubt. Doubt is poison. It seeps into your mind and convinces you that maybe you're not ready, maybe you're not capable, maybe you're not enough. And doubt does not always come from strangers. It can come from friends, family, even those you thought were on your side. Not everyone wants to see you rise. Some want you to stay small so they feel comfortable in their own lack of growth. That is why you must protect your dream-like treasure. Guard it like a secret weapon. Nurture it in silence. Let your results announce it when it is ready. Do not tell the world what you are going to do. Show the world what you have already done. That is true power. Think about every great achievement in history. The greatest breakthroughs, the greatest victories, the greatest success stories. None of them began with noise. They began with quiet work, unseen hours, hidden struggle. They began with roots growing underground, strong and unshakable. Then, when the time was right, the results emerged so powerfully that no one could deny them. Your dream deserves the same protection. It deserves your discipline more than it deserves your announcement. It deserves your silence more than it deserves your pride. And it deserves your work more than it deserves your words. Every hour you spend speaking is an hour you could have spent building. Every ounce of energy wasted on telling others is energy that should have gone into proving yourself. Remember, a seed does not ask for applause in the soil. It simply grows. It pushes, it struggles, it fights its way upward until one day it becomes something undeniable. Let your dream do the same. Keep it in the soil of silence until it is too strong to be ignored. The time will come when your dream will break through. The time will come when the results will be visible, undeniable, unshakable. And when that time comes, you won't need to explain. You won't need to convince. You won't need to talk. Your results will speak louder than any words ever could. Your dreams need protection, like seeds in soil. Do not throw them into the open air where they can be crushed, stolen, or burned. Plant them deep, cover them with commitment, water them with action, guard them with silence. And when the season is right, let them rise with such strength that the world has no choice but to see and respect what you have built. Premature exposure invites doubt and sabotage. The moment you reveal your plans before they are ready, you open the door to the forces that can destroy the... A dream in its early stages is fragile. It is still forming, still gaining strength, still building the roots it needs to survive. And when you expose it too soon, you give the world access to something that was never meant to face that level of pressure yet. Doubt comes first. You tell someone your vision and they begin to question it. They ask you how it's possible. They remind you of your past failures. They list the obstacles, the difficulties, the reasons why it won't work. And as much as you want to stay strong, their words creep into your mind. That seed of doubt grows inside you, weakening your confidence and slowing your momentum. You find yourself second-guessing what once felt certain. Then comes sabotage. Not all sabotage is loud or obvious. Sometimes it comes disguised as concern. Someone may tell you to take a safer path, to scale down your vision, to wait until conditions are better. They act like they're protecting you, but in reality they're pulling you away from your true potential. And then there are those who sabotage out of envy. They don't want you to rise higher than them, so they mock you, discourage you, or even quietly hope for your failure. This is why premature exposure is dangerous. You hand over your power too soon. You place your dream, your most precious possession, into the hands of people who may not value it, who may not understand it, or who may even want to crush it. And once that happens, your dream is no longer protected. Think of a builder constructing a great monument. Would he invite the crowd to watch while the foundation is still wet? Would he let strangers trample the ground before it is solid? No. He builds in silence until the structure is strong enough to stand. Out your plans, you feel the illusion of progress. You get praise, recognition, and validation just for talking. That satisfaction kills the hunger that should have driven you to action. Talking becomes a substitute for building, and your dream dies before it even begins. But silence is different. Silence is power. When you keep your plans hidden, you deny doubt the oxygen it needs to grow. You deny the jealous the opportunity to interfere. You deny yourself the false comfort of premature applause. Instead, you focus on the work. You turn all that energy inward into building, creating, and executing. And the more you protect your dream in silence, the stronger it becomes. Do not mistake silence for weakness. Silence is strategy. It is not hiding, it is protecting, it is not fear, it is focus. It is not hesitation, it is discipline. The strongest warriors do not reveal their attack before the strike. The sharpest minds do not expose their ideas before they are complete. The greatest victor. Wreaths are prepared in silence and revealed in triumph. When you speak too soon, you invite forces you cannot control. But when you protect your dream, you stay in control. You decide when the world will see it. You decide when it is ready. You decide when the results are strong enough to silence every critic. Remember this, nobody can doubt results. Nobody can sabotage proof. Nobody can argue with success once it has already been achieved. That is why you must let your results speak for you. Talking may invite enemies, but results silence them. Talking may attract jealousy, but results demand respect. Talking may bring doubt, but results make doubt irrelevant. So keep your plans guarded. Let your silence build pressure inside you. Let that pressure fuel your actions. Let the work pile up in the shadows until it is too powerful to be ignored. Protect your dream like a fire in the night. Shield it from the winds until it is strong enough to light up the sky. Premature exposure invites doubt, and sabotage, but patience, silence, and relentless execution invite victory. Do not expose your dream before it is ready. Build it in secret. Strengthen it in silence. Then when the world finally sees it, it will be too late for doubt to stop you and too late for sabotage to destroy you. Discipline is proved in what you don't share. Anyone can talk. Anyone can announce. Anyone can broadcast their goals to the world and make themselves feel important. But real discipline is measured by restraint, the ability to hold back, to stay silent, to protect your vision until it has the strength to stand. What you keep to yourself reveals more about your character than what you shout to others. The truth is, discipline is not only about what you do when no one is watching, it is also about what you refuse to say when everyone is listening. Most people are quick to share progress, all without having done the work. But that is false discipline. That is feeding the ego, not feeding the results. Your discipline is tested the moment you feel the urge to tell others about your dream. Can you resist the temptation to announce it? Can you silence the part of you that craves recognition before it is earned? Can you stay focused on building instead of bragging? If you can, that is true strength. That is true discipline. Every time you share too soon, you give away a piece of your energy. You weaken your fire. Talking feels like progress, but it's an illusion. The ego is satisfied and the hunger fades. This is why so many people stop halfway. They killed their momentum by feeding their pride. Discipline means starving that pride and keeping the hunger alive. Your dreams are fragile when they are young. They need silence just like seeds need soil. If you pull a seed out of the dirt too early to show it off, it dies. If you expose your dream too soon, it collapses under the weight of doubt, criticism, or envy. Discipline means resisting the urge to show the world what is still in progress. Discipline means building quietly, working relentlessly, and letting results speak only when they are undeniable. Think of a warrior. The disciplined warrior does not reveal his next move. He does not announce his strategy to the enemy. He keeps it hidden, protected, secret, until it's time to strike. In the same way, the disciplined builder does not brag about what he is creating. He pours his effort into the work, brick by brick, until one day the structure towers above all, undeniable and unshakable. What you don't share is where your power is stored. Every word unspoken is energy redirected to action. Every plan kept quiet is momentum kept alive. Every secret you guard is a fortress around your vision. Discipline is not always about adding more. It is about subtracting the unnecessary, the wasteful, the distracting. Talking is waste. Silence is investment. Look at the people who rise the highest. They do not announce every step. They do not need to. Their results are their voice. Their achievements are their announcement. Their discipline is their proof. And the reason they succeed where others fail is because they had the strength to hold back. They didn't let their mouth outrun their actions. They didn't let their pride leak their power. Discipline is a daily test. It is not only about waking up early, grinding hard, or pushing through fatigue. It is also about self-control over your words. It is about knowing that silence is sometimes the greatest weapon. It is about trusting that results, when they arrive, will be far louder than any declaration. So the next time you feel the urge to share your dream, stop. Ask yourself, am I doing this for progress or am I doing this for praise? Am I feeding my results or am I feeding my ego? The answer will tell you everything you need to know about your discipline. Greatness does not come from telling the world what you plan to do. Greatness comes from proving it in silence. Success does not come from noise. Success comes from discipline. And discipline is proved in what you don't share. Protect your vision. Guard your words. Keep your energy contained. Speak less. Do more. Work in silence. And let the world witness your discipline when your results finally roar so loud that no words are needed. Let success speak louder than your mouth. Words are cheap, but results are priceless. Anyone can talk about what they are going to do, how great they will become, and how high they will rise. But talk is nothing more than noise. It does not build. It does not create. It does not win battles or open doors. Talk may impress for a moment, but success silences every doubt, every critic, every voice that ever spoke against you. The truth is simple. The world doesn't care about your promises. The world doesn't respect your intentions. The world only respects proof. People have heard enough. Plans, enough dreams, enough to someday stories. What they want to see is evidence. What they want to see is results. And until you have results, your words mean nothing. That is why you must let success speak louder than your mouth. Every time you talk about what you are going to do, you weaken your energy. You release the pressure that should have fueled your actions. You get a taste of satisfaction from announcing instead of achieving. Talking gives your ego a quick reward, but it robs you of your hunger. Success, on the other hand, demands silence, focus, and execution. It demands that you put your head down, shut your mouth, and work relentlessly until your results can no longer be ignored. Think about it. The loudest people are rarely the most successful. They make noise to cover the emptiness of their actions. They talk big because they have nothing real to show. But the people who build, the ones who truly rise, are often the quiet ones. They don't need to shout. They don't need to prove themselves with words. Their success does all the talking for them. Let your silence confuse people. Let your discipline shock them. Let your results humble them. Nothing is more powerful than showing up with undeniable proof. When you win in silence, your success roars louder than any announcement could. The critics are silenced, the doubters are crushed, and the jealous are left speechless, not by your words, but by what you've built. You don't need to say you're disciplined, show it in your actions. You don't need to claim you're driven, prove it in your results. You don't need to tell people you're different. Let your achievements make it obvious. Success is the only language the world truly understands, and it is far louder than your voice will ever be. A tree does not announce that it is growing. It does not shout to the forest, "Look at me." It simply grows silently, consistently, until one day it towers above everything around it. That is how you must be. Grow in silence. Work in silence, build in silence, and then let your success stand tall, undeniable, and unshakable. The people who doubt you don't deserve your explanations. The people who envy you don't deserve your blueprints. And the people who laugh at you don't deserve your response. Do not waste your words on them. Do not waste your energy defending what you plan to do. Instead, put every ounce of effort into proving it through action. When the results arrive, you won't need to explain anything. They will do the talking for you. There is a deep power in restraint. Holding back your words and focusing only on action creates momentum that talking cannot. The more you talk, the less you do. The less you talk, the more you build. And when you finally reveal what you've accomplished, the impact is 10 times greater because no one saw it coming. So stop chasing validation with your mouth. Stop feeding your ego with promises. Stop trying to convince people with words. Convince them with results. Then see them with proof. Convince them with the undeniable power of success that speaks for itself. Let success speak louder than your mouth. Protect your plans, guard your energy, work quietly, build relentlessly. And when the time is right, let your results roar so loudly that the world has no choice but to listen. Silence builds mystery. Mystery builds power. When you say less, people are forced to wonder. When you reveal nothing, they begin to imagine everything. Silence is not emptiness, it is strategy. It is the invisible armor that protects your vision from critics, from doubters, and from the jealous who would rather see you fail. The less they know, the more they question. The more they question, the more power you hold. Noise is weakness, noise exposes, noise invites interference. The loudest people are often the weakest because they trade mystery for attention. They spill their plans, they broadcast their moves, and in doing so, they lose the very element that makes them powerful. Unpredictability. Once the world knows your steps, it can block them. Once the world knows your dream, it can doubt it. But when you remain silent, no one can prepare against you. They cannot sabotage what they cannot see. They cannot attack what they do not know. Silence is the mark of the disciplined. It proves that you are not desperate for recognition. It proves that you do not need validation to keep moving. It proves that your focus is locked on results, not applause. Silence builds an aura around you, an aura of strength, of depth, of something greater coming. People respect what they cannot figure out. People fear what they cannot predict. And people admire what they cannot understand. Mystery makes you untouchable. When you speak less, you control the story. When you reveal less, you increase curiosity. Curiosity pulls attention toward you, and attention without exposure creates leverage. The silent achiever always holds the advantage, because while others waste energy trying to impress, he is conserving energy to execute. And when results finally appear, they land with 10 times the force because nobody saw them coming. Think of a chess master. He does not announce his moves before placing the piece. He calculates in silence. He hides his strategy. He keeps his opponent guessing until the final strike. That is how you must move. Build in silence, plan in silence, execute in silence. Let the mystery of your silence create pressure in the minds of others. Let them wonder what you are doing, where you are going, what you are building. That wonder is power. Silence also protects your vision from negativity. If you share your dream too soon, you invite doubt, you invite criticism, you invite sabotage. And once those voices enter your head, they plant seeds of hesitation. But when you stay silent, your dream is safe in the soil, hidden until it grows too strong to be uprooted. Silence shields your fire until it is too big for anyone to extinguish. Mystery molt applies your influence. People cannot resist speculating about the person who doesn't reveal too much. They cannot resist imagining what you're capable of. And often their imagination exaggerates your power beyond what is real, which only makes your actual results hit harder. Silence is not the absence of sound, it is the presence of control. Discipline in silence also sharpens your focus. Every word you don't speak is energy saved. Every plan you don't reveal is power preserved. Instead of scattering your fire through conversation, you concentrate it through execution. That is why those who move in silence achieve more than those who talk. They keep all their energy directed where it matters most, action. When the time comes to reveal, you will not need to speak much. Your results will do the talking. Success does not need explanation. Achievement does not need justification. Accomplishment silences every critic and answers every doubt. But until then, remain silent. Build your mystery. Protect your vision. Strengthen your power. Silence builds mystery. Mystery builds power. Speak less. Do more. Guard your plans. Keep them hidden until the world cannot ignore them. And when you finally reveal what you've built, it will not just be seen, it will be felt. Your silence will have multiplied the impact, and your results will roar louder than any words you could have spoken. When you reveal results, not plans. The world doesn't respect intentions, it respects outcomes. People grow tired of hearing what you're going to do, where you're going to go, and how great you will become. They want proof. They want evidence. They want to see the product of your discipline, not the promises of your mouth. Every time you reveal plans instead of results, you waste energy, you invite doubt, and you give away the very power that should have been protected. Plans are fragile. They are like sparks, easily extinguished by the breath of another's doubt. You tell someone your vision, and suddenly they question it. They poke holes in it. They laugh at it. They spread their negativity into soil that wasn't ready to grow. And because the seed was young, it withers, not because it couldn't grow, but because it was exposed too soon. That is why you must protect your plans like treasure and reveal them only when they have transformed into results. Results are undeniable. A plan is a promise. A result is proof. You can argue with a plan, but you cannot argue with results. You can doubt an idea, but you cannot doubt an outcome that stands in front of you. When you reveal results, the world is silenced. The critics lose their voice. The doubters swallow their words. The jealous are left without defense because there is nothing left to attack. Talking about your plans feeds the ego. It gives you a false sense of achievement, a premature reward. You feel satisfied just by saying it out loud. But that satisfaction kills the hunger that should have fueled your work. Silence keeps you hungry. Silence keeps you disciplined. Silence forces you to channel your energy into building, not boasting. When you reveal results, you reveal something finished, solid, untouchable. And that carries power far beyond words. Think about how history remembers people. Nobody is remembered for what they planned to do. Nobody builds statues for intentions. The world only honors results. What was accomplished, what was created, what was left behind. That is why the wise guard their plans. They stay quiet. They let curiosity grow. And when the results arrive, they don't need to say a word. The work itself shouts louder than any speech. There is also power in surprise. When you reveal a plan, you give people time to prepare against you. They may sabotage you, they may compete with you, they may block you, but when you move in silence, no one sees you coming. And when your results finally appear, they hit with maximum impact. The element of surprise multiplies your power. Success revealed. At the right time crushes opposition instantly. Discipline is proven not just in what you do, but in what you refuse to say. Holding your plans close shows self-control. It shows focus. It shows that you are not driven by applause or validation, but by the work itself. Anyone can talk about a dream. Few have the patience to stay silent until that dream is reality. That patience is where true strength lies. When you reveal results, not plans. Protect the blueprint. Guard the process. Keep the vision hidden until it is too strong to be destroyed. Because once your results are real, no critic can deny them, no enemy can block them, and no one can take them away. The world does not need your promises, it needs your proof. Don't tell them what you will do. Show them what you've done. Don't give them words, give them results. And when you finally reveal, your results will thunder across the silence you've built, and no voice in the world will be able to compete with the sound of your success.